What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Tiny Glade. I'll be honest, I did not think we would finish this series, but I am a man of my word. At least, I try to be. And I did say I was going to make another episode to this, so here we are this Thursday. We're getting into a little bit of Tiny Glade action. And man, I was really liking the vibe of this area, and I don't know, it felt right to give it a proper send off. So, welcome to the season finale of Tiny Glade, even though it's just 2 episodes long. But let's be honest, Netflix is already getting to that point anyway. So, what's the real difference, right? But yeah, no, seriously, I did not think I was gonna get back to this game. I was pretty sure it was gonna be a one and done, but I was rewatching my videos, and I did make the promise that we would return and add some houses out here, and that's what we're doing. So basically, getting into it, I we had the idea of having like an outskirts village area, so I'm just trying to do that. Nothing crazy. We're not building any castles out here. Honestly, I'm just doing this because I really want a video in my library that has the word finale on it. It sounds dumb, but honestly, I need the closure, right? Because it would feel weird if I just kind of left it on episode 1 and never made a ending to it. So we're really trying to bring it back for a second here. And to be honest, it was so long between recording sessions that I'll be honest, I forgot how to play the game for the most part. You'll see me a couple times probably mess up and like get stuck or undo and redo things, because this game actually handles pretty differently to a lot of other editors. Well, maybe not super different, but at least to like the Far Cry 5 editor, which is what I'm most familiar with. The controls are kind of different, and it throws me off literally every time I launch the game. But that's not to say that the content for this is like forever dead and gone, because there might be a day where I'm like, man, I really want to build a procedurally generated castle right now, and there would be no reason for me not to record it and just throw it onto the channel, right? So obviously don't expect there to be more Tiny Glade for a while, but I'm not saying it's gone forever, especially if I don't know, you guys seem to like it or something, and I noticed there's a little bit more people getting into it, because if that's the case, I go where you go, guys. So you guys are the boss here, really. But yeah, I came up with this idea for a little mountain house on the top here, with like this balcony kind of overlooking everything, and I thought it came out pretty sweet. And when I was building this exact house, I literally it came back to me. It just came back to me, the joy of building these little houses. I was like, wow, I'm having such a great time right now. And that's not because of anything other than the game being really good. But talking about like a small series or like a small game that I probably like a one-off, I guess. I am not opposed to the idea of doing more kinds of videos like that. Instead of putting episode 1 in the title like I did with Tiny Glade, I think it'd be fun to check out other game editors and see what I can make in them. I feel like that's a pretty fun idea. I'm not really sure of any other games that let you do this, except for maybe like a City Skylines or like a Planet Coaster. But I was thinking more like Far Cry games, right? Like I know Halo has like a level editor, but I've never really gotten into it because I mean, personally, this might scare some of you guys away. Please don't unsubscribe. I was a Sony kid growing up, man. I had all the PlayStations. I don't think I owned a single Xbox in my life except for the original one that my dad had at one point. But I was always a PlayStation kid, so I never really got into Halo or anything like that. But I do know that there was something called Halo Forge, I believe, which was like an editor. So I don't know, things like that. I think it would be fun to just go like back in time to games that had them, or just like any game now that has an editor, and just see if I can create something fun and make a speed build out of it. Because I'm not gonna lie, it kind of dawned on me while I was checking out my content and seeing what I could do next, that what I'm basing my channel around, which is speed builds, is not exactly the content gold mine. Technically, it's kind of infinite because I can just keep making levels on the Far Cry editor, right? But at the same time, though, like, who's really gonna watch the 37th series on the Far Cry editor? So it kind of scared me a little bit. I was like, damn, I didn't really think this one through. I need to have more stuff, like more things for people to come back to my channel for. And I figure one of those things could be checking out other games and other editors and doing other things. I want to start like a gameplay channel, but I'll do that when I feel like there's an audience for it, because right now, the 2 people that even bother clicking on my videos is not gonna like go watch my gameplays, right? So it's gonna take some time before I start doing anything like that. But for now, I mean, this content I think is gonna last for me a while. It's not going anywhere anytime soon, I don't think, but it was something to think about. And I want to keep, I want to integrate new games, even if they're just like a one-off series or whatever. And originally this video was supposed to come out on Tuesday, but I kind of got backtracked a little bit, so it's here today on Thursday, which I'm keeping true to my promise that there's going to be a new video every Thursday, even though the original plan was to have a speed build every Thursday. But I already recorded this video and I just felt like I needed to get out, so we'll just have this as the Thursday video this week, and I'll put out a new Far Cry map level speed build probably this weekend, or if not next Thursday. I kind of made the mistake of uploading the second part of my speed build. Episode number 9 was meant to come out today, but I accidentally scheduled it, or accidentally forgot to schedule it. So I posted as soon as I uploaded it, and I didn't realize until the next day, and I was like, damn, that kind of sucks. So I had to make up the content somehow, and that's why we're doing Tiny Glade. So let's all give a round of applause to Tiny Glade for keeping the content flowing while we get a new episode of our Crimson Shores going on, which, by the way, coming out great. I'm really glad I condensed the level, even though I'll be honest, after doing some further polishing, I realized that I really did not condense it all that much, because on top of the tunnel I still had to put tons of trees and rocks and stuff. So if anything, I kind of actually made it worse for myself, but you know what, it is what it is. We already have it there, and I'm not about to go through all that terrain changing anymore. So we're done with that. But anyways, I'm just like happy that we're almost done. I think we're about 70% of the way through now. I said on episode 8 or 7, I forgot which one, that there was going to be another 7 episodes, but I think I'm gonna bring that down to like 5 or 6. It could change, but that's what I'm thinking. It'll be like a 5 or 6 more episodes, and then we can start on our next one. And I'm really excited for the next one. I'm excited to go to a new environment. If anybody's watching and you want to help me out with the decision, you could be the guy to like transform everything, because I want to know, should I make it a pine or snow biome? Should I have snow everywhere, or should I have it more like a pine trees, like a redwood forest kind of vibe, dark greens and blues? Or do we want to go with the snow theme? And I don't know. I'm thinking about it, because the way we left the level and the story was that we got on the plane. That's the whole point, is that when you end this level that I'm working on right now, you're gonna end it by hopping in a plane, and the story will continue as a plane crash. So that plane crash could be anywhere. It could be on a desert, a snowy mountain, the ocean, wherever it is. But I'm between the pine forest and the snow right now, so if anybody wants to chime in, even the first person that says something, I'll probably go with your idea. So just let me know. But with that being said, guys, we're coming up on the end of this episode. I know I didn't really make it about Tiny Glade, but I needed to upload something today, and here we are. But we did what we wanted to do. We put this little village out here, and I think it came out pretty nice, actually. Honestly, this is the best build I've done in the game. I've maybe built like 4 or 5 different like castles and levels, and this is by far like the one that came out the nicest to me. It's a little small. I could have put more stuff in it, but I wanted there to be some like terrain, differences, the river, the hills, and when you put that all in the level, then it ends up taking a lot of space. So there isn't too much more space for the village or whatnot. But overall, I really like how it came out, and I mean, this game is just amazing. Once again, if you've never played Tiny Glade, please go on Steam and get it because it's just great. It's just a fun, nice, relaxing game. And even somebody like me who is not too great at architecture can make something pretty amazing. So, that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. City lights beneath my feet.